So I've got an update for you guys. It's September 25th, and I'm going to follow kind of a similar structure like my last two videos, which you guys seem to really like. So the first thing will be to show you a few of the trades that I've taken this week so far and some that I'm currently in. And then I'll move over to this account that you see here for the private equity firm out in Europe and any updates regarding that. And then the last thing that I'll be covering in this video is my new Skype channel for people to join. And you can join this channel through the link in the description below this video. And I'll talk a little bit about that channel and what I want to do with it. So anyway, let's get to the trades and show you what's going on if my computer wants to respond. All right. So the trade that I'm currently in right now is the euro pound, and really like the look of this trade right now. You can see the entry point right there. I'm going to zoom in a little bit closer, but just wanted to show you the overall trend. Now, there was another trade that I also took earlier on September 19th. That was a really good trade as well, with some really good profit there. So I'm hoping that this one's going to act the same. There was an original entry here, and then a third one up above. So even more reason to enter on this trade. And I'm looking to take profit right around this R1 support level. Could act as a resistance as well. So I'm looking at that as a place for profit. So wanted to cover the trades that I was currently in before getting to the ones that I've taken already this week. So this one entry was right on this candle right here. And so currently I'm in 15 pips profit, so not a lot. But if I zoom in just a little bit more, just show you where these entries are. So this is where I wanted to take the trade. I didn't take it on this one, actually. I waited a little bit longer. There were some other trading opportunities with my system that looked a little bit better that I'll get into in just a second. But this entry was the open of this candle. And this candle had a clear rejection right at the R2 resistance point. And so that was a really good entry for me, I think. It's also really close to changing trend direction. So if it moved a little bit higher, it would have price would have broke this line right here, causing potential change in trend. So my stop loss was actually pretty tight on this trade, around 20 to maybe 30 pips, depending on a few factors. So I thought that this was a really good take, and I even took this one. And I don't take all the trades that I receive on the system. I don't take them all on Robert's account, but you can see here that I'm currently into this trade that I just showed you on the euro pound. So I take the ones that I think are the best on Robert's account. You can see that's 34,000. And so far this trade is working out very well. We've got two trades in, one lot each, and it's currently at $330 profit. So we'll see if it hits this take profit point that I have. If not, then I'm gonna wait for an exit from my little arrow indicator that you see here. These little arrows. They usually will tell me when there's a potential for a bounce back up in a good place to exit. All right, so what's happened this week so far? So for the beginning of this week was not great. I was down 120 pips or something like that on manual trades, and that was because of the pound US dollar. You can see the entry right here. The trend was up, and I entered into the trade, and it just fell. It just fell, and I ended up having to close out for a 55 pip loss when the trend changed. I probably could have held on to it longer with another entry here, but it was against the trend. It did push up, but it wasn't willing to take that risk, right? So it did push up, but then it gave me these entries right here. Unfortunately, I was not able to take a whole lot of pips there. It was only about 10. My exit signal is right here, right before the big move. So not great, but I did come out with some profit there. So I did also lose on the euro US dollar early on in the week as well. I thought this was going to push up. It was really close to a trend change. It did end up falling further, ended up losing about 40 pips on that one. So was down quite a lot in the beginning of the week, but thank heavens for the pound Canadian dollar trade that I took right here. This entry. This one went down. I did get an exit signal here. It did go further, and that was about 70 pips, 70 pip profit there. So I had a closed trade on the Euro Australian dollar. This one moved up quite a bit with my trend system. The I didn't take this original entry here. It did move up and it fell again. Um, like I mentioned before, sometimes there are better opportunities. This one wasn't looking amazing for me, even though it was a decent signal. I waited and came out with this one right here, entered and exited pretty soon on. It was about 20 pips profit right there. So that was technically the second trade that I took. So I think it was yesterday, I was down 120 pips, came out with 20 pips profit here from this trade. So it was down 100, and then came out with 70 pips from the pound US dollar, and then another couple of trades that I ended up taking, one on the Aussie Japanese yen. That one fell. Ended up taking another 30 pips on that one, and another 20 pips, whoa, on the Aussie US dollar. So all in all, I'm coming out with about break even for the week. I've had better weeks before. Most of the time it's positive, but overall, it's looking like things are shaping up, and I still have a couple of days left of trading this week. All right, so let's move on to the next part of this video, and that is what's happened with the private equity firm. That you guys have been hearing me talk about this for the last couple months in my videos. And this account has been paper traded for a private equity firm out in Europe, and I've been waiting to hear and have a conversation with them about if this is actually happening. Today was that day. I had that conversation with them this morning, and the official word is that I am moving forward with them. So I'll be starting with a $10,000 test account of real money this time, not fake or demo account. This is real money. And then a couple weeks later, I'll be moving to a $50,000 account. And then at that point, I don't know. It's likely to continue increasing depending on my performance. But it sounds like getting to that $50,000 mark will happen fairly quickly after a couple of week or 2 week or so trial run with a smaller 10K account. All right, so things are looking good with that. I had an hour conversation with them, asked a lot of questions, and it looks like a good relationship is in the works there. Okay, so the last thing I wanted to cover in this video is the Unconventional Traders channel. So this is a Skype channel that I have. It only has about 11 people, 11, 12 people in it right now. They seem to come and go. And it's a room that we can talk about ideas, we can share photos, pictures, and you can talk about expert advisors that you're using. My expert advisor is the RMI if you're using it. Just anything. We can run off ideas off each other. And I'm promoting this chat channel to help us traders gain an edge. I don't feel like the best traders in the world work strictly by themselves. I feel like they have a lot of help from others around them, working more as a team than anything else. And so I feel like we can work better as a team and potentially profit in a better way with a more interactive room like this. So please join it. It's free, it doesn't cost anything. And I'd love to get to know you through this channel. And please share pictures and ideas of systems that you're using, so we can gain a better idea of how you trade the market, and maybe that will potentially help us trade the market better as well, running off these ideas off each other. All right, so everybody, that's pretty much it for this update. Just wanted to be pretty short with what's going on, the trades that I've taken. The TMA Expert Advisor is still going really strong. I thought that I had, with these settings that you're looking at right here, I thought I had one loss back in July 29th on the pound US dollar, but I did run some tests with the current settings that I have here, and there have been no losses since inception of this TMA strategy with these current risk settings. Now, I don't know if that's going to stay. It probably won't. I'm probably going to have a loss at some point, and I'm prepared for that. I do have a cutoff with this account. And so we'll just have to play it by what comes to us in the future. But from here on out, you guys will be getting updates on what's happening with the private equity firm live account. I should be starting no later than October 1st with that account, and I'll be able to show you guys how that performance is going, and you'll be able to track along with me. It may be limited to how much information I can give to you on that account. Like I won't be able to show you account numbers. I won't be able to show you the account live on screen. I will be able to show you it through the tracked account on my FX book. I apologize for that, but you'll know that it's a real account and that withdrawals and things like that are happening. Um, so some protection will need to be done with that account, but I'll be able to show you guys what's going on with that, and you should be able to track the performance moving forward. All right, thanks so much for watching this update, and see you next time. Bye.